Hi there, and welcome to the Celeb Tea. From luxury tequila campaigns and star-studded Sundance parties to messy lawsuits and public humiliation, Lisa Barlow's once glittering empire didn't just stumble, it collapsed. Once hailed as the confident, high-achieving queen of Sundance, Lisa epitomized everything the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City promised: ambition, elegance, and the pursuit of success. Her brand, built around Vida Tequila, was meant to symbolize sophistication and business savvy, the ultimate proof of her entrepreneurial genius. Yet beneath the designer clothes and picture-perfect branding, cracks were forming, cracks that would soon shatter the image she had painstakingly built. Lisa's story isn't merely about a reality star losing her popularity. It's a narrative woven with repeated financial missteps, fractured friendships, and questionable choices, patterns that made her eventual downfall seem both predictable and, to some, deserved. Lawsuits, on-camera meltdowns, and public outrage would turn her life upside down, revealing the precarious nature of her fame. From the initial signs of struggle to the expansion of her tequila empire, Lisa's journey offers a cautionary tale of ambition, luxury, and the high cost of public perception. Before any of the lawsuits or dramatic headlines, Lisa Barlow was the picture of success. She crafted her persona around Vida Tequila, a product she co-founded with her husband, John, which she presented not just as a beverage but as a lifestyle, sleek, modern, and aspirational. Vida became more than a brand. It became synonymous with Lisa herself, connecting her glamorous image to the Sundance social scene and the narrative of a self-made, determined entrepreneur. Every bottle, every campaign, and every appearance reinforced the idea that Lisa was not just selling tequila, but selling herself, a woman who could turn any moment into a profitable opportunity. When The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City premiered in 2020, Lisa immediately commanded attention. Her polished confidence, meticulously curated wardrobe, and relentless self-promotion made her a central figure. Branded as the Mormon who drinks, she courted controversy while flaunting individuality. On screen, she was simultaneously admired for her empowerment and criticized for her perfectionism, perceived by some as a queen bee who demanded control. Her businesses, from Vida Tequila to Luxe Marketing, benefited greatly from her presence on the show. Every dinner party, social gathering, and argument became a platform for brand placement. Lisa didn't just play the reality TV game, she monetized it. By the height of Season 2, she had achieved what many housewives dream of: fame, influence, and a thriving business portfolio. To viewers, she embodied power, precision, and the glamorous facade of perfection. Social media mirrored this curated image. From glamorous events and family photos to carefully positioned tequila bottles, Lisa projected an aura of flawless success. Yet behind the glossy posts, the first cracks were appearing. Lisa's brand was meticulously constructed. Every statement, outfit, and marketing campaign was carefully polished. But as lawsuits began to surface, the shiny exterior started to peel away. Rumors of unpaid debts quickly evolved into major headlines that directly challenged her reputation as a capable, meticulous businesswoman. The first major legal storm hit in June 2024. Bart Carlson, owner of Yukon Construction, filed a lawsuit alleging that Lisa and her companies owed over $400,000 in unpaid loans. According to court documents, Carlson claimed that between 2010 and 2018, he had extended significant financial support to Lisa and her ventures, with the understanding that repayment would occur once her business stabilized. Despite repeated attempts to recover the funds, Carlson alleged he was met with delays and silence. Lisa pushed back vigorously, denying the allegations and framing them as personal attacks rather than legitimate grievances. However, for a reality star whose brand revolved around luxury and precision, the optics were damaging. A six-figure lawsuit didn't just question her finances, it called her credibility into doubt. A second financial blow followed in August 2024. The McGeary Family Trust filed a separate lawsuit claiming that Vita Tequila had borrowed $400,000 in December 2022 to purchase raw materials, with repayment due by the end of 2023. Allegedly, Lisa and her team never made payments or communicated with the lenders. Even if this case was later dismissed, the damage to public perception was immediate. 2 lawsuits within months painted a picture of a woman struggling to uphold her glamorous facade, eroding confidence in both her businesses and her personal brand. For a reality star whose empire relied heavily on public perception, these lawsuits were catastrophic. Vita Tequila and Lux Marketing were extensions of Lisa herself, and every deal, sponsorship, and investor relationship hinged on her polished, aspirational image. Once that image was tarnished by financial disputes, partnerships became risk-laden, contracts paused, and public trust eroded. Her carefully curated luxury persona was unraveling. Even on the show, the impact was visible. During a now infamous RV trip episode, castmates openly referenced headlines about her lawsuits, using them as fuel in arguments. What had once been her stage for self-promotion became a platform for public humiliation. Reality TV thrives on drama, but financial controversy carries consequences that even sponsors cannot ignore. Once viewed as a chic luxury icon, Lisa's aura of success was now under scrutiny. Lisa Barlow's troubles didn't stop with lawsuits. They spilled directly into her reality TV persona, creating an on-screen and online storm. During what would become one of Bravo's most replayed moments, Lisa's hot mic rant about former friend Meredith Marks revealed a side of her viewers weren't prepared for. Off-camera, she unleashed a tirade, mocking Meredith's marriage and reputation in a fit of anger. The footage, meant to be private, aired in full, igniting a firestorm of criticism. Fans and castmates alike were shocked. The poised, confident queen of Sundance suddenly appeared petty, cruel, and unhinged. The fallout was immediate. Reddit threads dissected every word. Twitter buzzed with labels like narcissistic and mean girl energy. Even Bravo superfans, known for forgiving outrageous behavior, began questioning her authenticity. Castmates Heather Gay and Whitney Rose quietly capitalized on the chaos, while Meredith Marks refused to film joint scenes, leaving Lisa increasingly isolated. Where she once commanded group dynamics, she now found herself defending her actions alone, the confident leader reduced to a figure of contention. Attempts at damage control backfired. Interviews and social media statements, intended to explain her outbursts as exhaustion, appeared rehearsed and self-serving. Meanwhile, Vita Tequila faced online boycotts, negative reviews, and declining engagement, reflecting the real-world consequences of her on-screen behavior. Sponsors, once eager to align with Lisa's polished image, began to distance themselves quietly, leaving her empire increasingly vulnerable. By season 4, the narrative had fully shifted. Lisa was no longer the franchise's central figure. She had become the storm everyone sought to avoid. Bravo producers described her as defensive, controlling, and resistant to edits that didn't flatter her, making filming with her more taxing than entertaining. Socially, her influence waned. Fans mocked her outfits, scrutinized her family, and debated her authenticity. Her once glamorous social media now felt performative, every post weighed down by the shadow of public disapproval. Lisa's downfall was not accidental. It was self-inflicted, a direct result of overconfidence, mismanagement, and refusal to acknowledge flaws. Her lawsuits, hot mic rants, and on-screen arrogance exposed the cracks beneath the curated perfection. While Vita Tequila bottles still exist on shelves and her Instagram sparkles, the admiration, trust, and cultural fascination that once defined her empire have vanished. In the end, Lisa Barlow's story is a cautionary tale about the price of fame built on illusion. She wanted to be seen as perfect, but in reality, she revealed more flaws than anyone anticipated. The woman who once toasted to success at every turn is left with the bitter evidence of her own undoing. Proof that in the Bravo universe, karma doesn't just arrive, it arrives in 4K and more.